In addition to an internal 30mm cannon, the SU-25T can also carry 4 SPPU-22-1 external gun pods. Each pod contains 2 GISH-23L autocannons that contain 260 23mm rounds. The fire rate for the cannons is 3,000 rounds per minute and have an effective range of around 2 kilometers. The pods are most effective against unarmored and lightly armored units. This lesson is currently in active pause as we discuss its use. Press the spacebar to continue. Enter air-to-ground mode by pressing 7. Activate the gun by pressing C. On the weapon status panel, you'll see that we have 4 ring stations loaded. Each of these contain a single gun pod. You will also note that with the full ammunition load indicated by the K, press the spacebar to continue. Let's take a look at the weapon system's control panel in the bottom left corner of the front dash. Currently, the release mode switch is set to the salvo position, and the size switch is set to 1. In this setting, just the internal 30mm cannon is used. Press left control and spacebar once to select the next salvo position. The fix option is now selected as the salvo position, and the salvo size switch has been set to X2. In this setting, 2 gun pods are now the active weapons. Inside each of the gun pods, twin barrels can be depressed to allow you to shoot downwards even when in level flight. When the barrels are depressed, the green light on the panel will light. Let's try this. Press right control and right bracket to depress the gun pods. Notice that when you did so, the range carried on the left side of the head decreases due to the change in gun barrel angle. Now try raising the gun barrels by pressing right control and left bracket. Good. To select all 4 pods in fixed mode, press left control and spacebar again. When you did so, the salvo size switch was set to X4. To set all the gun pods to the foresight position, press left control and spacebar again. When you did so, the salvo position switch was set to the 0 position. To return the internal 30mm cannon to the salvo position, and the salvo size switch set to 1, press left control and spacebar one more time. Do this now. Ahead of you, on a small airfield, is a light armored vehicle marked with red smoke to practice on. Set the number of gun pods to use in the depression angle, and then use the aiming reticle on the HUD to line up the shot. When you have the launch authorization cue, press and hold the spacebar to fire the gun pods. Press the spacebar to unpause the lesson. Okay, here we go. I have provided 2 additional targets marked with green smoke to practice on. You can end the lesson now by pressing the escape key when you're ready. In this lesson, I'm going to introduce you to the I-251 Shkval, the electro-optical sensor, and how to use it to deliver a guided bomb and missile. Specifically, we'll learn to employ the KH-29T guided missile and the CAD-500KR guided bomb. I've started the lesson in active pause mode as we learn to use the sensor. The first thing I'll ask you to do is enter air-to-ground mode by pressing 7. Do that now. Now that we're in air-to-ground mode, we need to activate the Shkval sensor in the nose of the aircraft. The Shkval sensor image is displayed on the IT-23M TV display that dominates the right side of the front dash. Turn on the Shkval by pressing O now. Let's talk a little bit about the symbols you see on the Shkval display. On the top and left side of the display are scales and reference carats that indicate how far your sensor is slewed off from the center line of foresight position. The top scale is your azimuth slew that extends 40 degrees left and right of center. The vertical scale on the left side is your elevation scale. It ranges between positive 20 and negative 90 degrees. The default foresight position is marked by the longer lines on the reference scales. Try slewing the camera left and right by pressing comma, /. To slew the camera up and down, press period and semicolon. Return the sensor to foresight by pressing right control and I now. To the right of the elevation reference scale is your boxed pitch angle. In the top right corner is your current altitude. If an R is to the right of the value, it means the altitude is in regards to your radar altimeter and not barometric altitude. Press the spacebar to continue. There are 4 corner markers in the center of the display that indicate your sensor magnification level. When the corner markers are displayed, the Shkval is using 8x magnification. Press the equal sign to change the magnification to 23x. When you did so, note that the corner markers were removed. Return to 8x magnification by pressing the minus sign now. In the center of the display is a horizontal dashed line that indicates your pitch angle. The 2 solid lines indicate your roll angle. These are useful when you're flying heads down with no external flight references. Press the spacebar to continue. On the HUD, you'll notice that TE is displayed on the left side, indicating that the Shkval is active. Ground mode is indicated in the bottom left corner, and the weapon type is shown in the bottom right corner. In the center of the HUD is your aiming reticle that corresponds to where the Shkval sensor is located. This is a useful reference to help steer the sensor to the target. Press the spacebar to continue. Use your Shkval sensor controls of comma, /, period, and semicolon to move the sensor over the small airfield directly ahead of you near the coastline. When you've slewed the sensor over it, press Enter to lock the sensor at the location to ground stabilize it.